Thank you.
Okay, we are live, and I believe it's okay to start this off. And I am so excited because we have Kylee Dayne from Team Blake. She just recently made it through the knockoff rounds of The Voice and is on her way to the live playoffs. Congratulations, Kylee. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are very welcome. I have loved your performances so far in the show. Very, very memorable ones. I think you have a lot of fans already. This is just very exciting. So cannot wait to dive in. I've got a lot of questions, but first and foremost, this has been killing me all season. Are you in any relation related to Taylor Dayne?
No.
No.
Dayne is actually my middle name.
Okay. That does that makes sense. Do you know Taylor Dayne?
I don't.
No. 80s female pop singer. She's you'll recognize some songs, I think. But yeah, I'm a fan and just had to know. But let's skip over that. Jump right in. Actually, this kind of like I related to this, but you talked kind of about being an outcast, and I thought that was very neat, and it was a nice little personal view into your life, which we always appreciate. That's fun for us and interesting for us. Helps us relate to the show. So knowing that, what has it been like being a part of The Voice and getting to know all these other artists that are on the show?
It's been incredible. I know when I was deciding whether or not this was something that I wanted to do, like the deciding factor ended up being knowing that I was going to get to go meet all of the other musicians and just build relationships and make friends. So it was a little bit difficult at first because obviously everyone's their own worst critic and you hear everybody sing and you're like, what the heck am I doing here? But after a week or so, everyone kind of settled in and we just started building friendships and making connections. And then I felt included immediately. So yeah, it was definitely something that I am not used to because everyone was so welcoming and inviting and kind. So it was great.
That's awesome to hear. And it is really neat to see like friendships form between the artists, and after the show they'll do songs together, they'll collaborate, so it has happened in the past, and I'm glad it's happening for you too, that you're making friends and probably, possible recording partners with in the future, so very neat. So I don't think I was the only one that was very surprised about this last performance. Your voice was just absolutely stunning. I know Kylee and the rest of the coaches were caught off guard. We as fans loved it. Was like, who or what kind of brought that out of you? Or was that something that you kind of had planned and were just kind of waiting to use it?
Well, I had been wanting kind of like a powerhouse song since the blinds round. So I was super pumped whenever I was able to do that one. I felt like in the blinds and the battles, I was just holding back because I didn't want to I didn't want to reveal all my cards just yet. But I think coming out of the battle rounds, doing a song that's so like mellow, and it was definitely a little bit more poppy, and it was not usually what I like to sing. I was just ready to kind of do a complete 180 and flip it and just do a super huge ballad. So it was I'm just trying to show everyone that I can do a little bit of everything.
I love that. Love it. Keep it up. So you've been on Team Blake this whole season. Was there another coach that you were considering with back in the blinds, or was he kind of your only choice? Tell me about that.
Well, I was originally hoping I would get a turn from Kylee because he's just she's such an inspiration as a woman, and as a vocalist, she's so talented. Yeah. One of the most talented female vocalists that we have floating around in pop culture right now. So to get to learn from her would have been a super awesome opportunity. But Blake has all the expertise. He's been doing this the longest. So I knew that if I were to go with him, that I would be getting a lot. So that's kind of what made me lean his direction. Although it would have been super fun to work with Niall and Chance because they both have unique perspective, never having been a coach before. So couldn't really go wrong any direction.
Well, yeah, you can't go wrong with any of them. But yeah, very cool answer for that. Thank you. How was it when you did your rehearsal with Reba and she was crying, like, what did that make you feel? And like, tell me anything about that moment.
Well, at first she was walking over to me and I was like, "Oh my gosh, is she about to beat me up?" I
Yeah,
was like,
is it really bad and she doesn't want it on camera?
yeah.
Like, she's gonna
So
whisper it to you.
so I didn't realize she was teared up until she started speaking to me, and then I was kind of just caught off guard that that even happened, that I even made that kind of impact on her. So I didn't really react in the moment, but whenever I got back to the hotel and I was just reflecting, I was just proud of myself because that was the big thing that I wanted to do, was to make the people listening feel the way that I felt while I was singing. So to see that that happened with Reba, somebody who literally listens to other people sing all the time, and sings herself, um, it was definitely eye opening just to know that I can impact somebody of that echelon, and that means I can kind of do that for anybody. She's insane. So that
Yeah.
was just a really, really crazy experience.
Yeah, I mean, the opening to the show last night went over all her accolades, and I mean, she's from Oklahoma and so am I, so I've known about her since I was a baby. So I've been following her forever, but that's 40 years, of just nonstop hits and talent, So yeah, if she felt something from your performance, I would definitely agree that's pretty impressive and congrats on that.
Thank you.
Both Reba and Blake wanted you to try to stay still during his performance. How do you think you did on that? And was that a difficult task or challenge for you?
It was definitely difficult. I find myself swaying and moving a lot whenever I get nervous,
Hmm.
and I don't think there's any scenario in which I wouldn't be nervous doing something like this, so it was definitely something I had to be conscious of, and I did move a lot in the actual performance, so, I bet if Reba was watching, she probably would have said, "Just be still, girl, like, you're gonna be fine."
Yeah,
But, I think it all ended up working out in the long run, but
I think so. Yeah.
yeah.
Talking about the knockouts, you and Walker, if we want to talk about like music style, music brands, are complete opposites. So, what was that feeling like when you knew you'd be in the knockout round with him? And who did you think you was going to be paired with?
Originally, I was thinking that they were gonna put Walker and Neil together,
Hmm.
just because 'cause they're both kinda like country. They're like different lanes of country, but they're both country artists, and I thought I was gonna get paired with Grace,
Yeah.
just because 'cause they're both female vocalists. So that was a bit of a curveball to find out that I was paired with Walker, but he's super fun to watch. His performance was so good, and he's like pitch perfect every time. So getting to watch him do that was super awesome, and it was very intimidating because Blake's the country guy, and I mean, traditionally he goes with the country artists. So I was definitely very intimidated being paired up against Walker, who is like the definition of country music. But it was super fun getting to watch him perform in all the rehearsals and in the actual thing. They, I don't think I'm allowed to say this. He did this super cool thing in the second verse where he like threw his guitar down and he was like stomping his foot. I don't think they showed it, but
Huh.
that was my favorite part. I was so bummed I didn't get to see it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then Kylie, you literally answered my next question. Like, was yeah, the fear of possibly like Blake just not just choosing Walker because he's super talented, but because that's his lane and all that. I bet there had to be some doubt and some fear. So yeah, thank you for saying that. Yeah, that was going to be what I was going to ask next because I definitely would think, oh man. I mean, thanks for taking me this far, but he's obviously going to pick a country artist. So,
Yeah.
but not this time. So yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like I said at the beginning, you are going on to the playoffs. Is there anything that you can tell us that you have planned or would like to still show America during this time on these live performances?
Well, the playoffs, I think I really get to kind of show my stage presence aspect of performing, which I'm still kind of leaning into. I've never really done anything like this in my life before. So this is my first experience really with performing on stages in front of people. So I had a lot of fun just working on the staging aspect of the performance. And that's what I'm most excited for, is just to look super cool on TV.
Yeah, I love that. it's also kind of low pressure at that point, like just go have fun and look cool, you, if you do that, then
Exactly.
it's a success. So yeah. Oh, Kylie, well, thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you for all your answers. I did have a lot of questions and I apologize for that. But like I said, I was very excited to get to talk to you and I really, really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much for having me. And it was not too many questions, I promise.
Okay, good. Well, before we let you go, can you please give us Instagram or any social that you have that anyone that's watching can follow you on?
Yeah, all of my socials are the same. It's just KYLEE 1202.
All right. And yeah, we are Hollywood Junket. We have lots of other interviews from this season and past voice seasons. So please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Craig Reese. We've got more interviews coming up later today. Actually, I've got another live one just in less than an hour. So exciting week. And I'm so excited for the knockouts and I'm excited for the playoffs. And Kylie, I hope I get to talk to you again soon because that just means you made it further in the show, which is good for everyone. Thank you so much again, guys. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you so much.
You were awesome. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.